morning everybody. It's a work day today. I thought I'd get up a little bit earlier and just film for you my everyday work makeup, I guess. So I've just washed my face. My face feels so dry. So I'm going to take Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream, and I've got to say, if you are a dry skinned girl like me, or perhaps you have a more mature skin, then you might really enjoy this. So it's quite a thick, nourishing cream. It's got a similar consistency actually to pseudo cream, you know, the stuff you wipe on babies' bottoms when they get a nappy rash. It's kind of that thick. You can kind of see how kind of thick it is in my face just now. How have you all been? I have had such a stressful weekend. If some of you following Instagram, you'll know that samloves.com, my website, got hacked, and it was a really subtle hack. The website itself wasn't brought down, but I just had noticed that my admin user rights didn't have my name. They had some like hacker's name. So I spent most of the weekend cleaning up the front end of the shop, if you can call it that, on WordPress. And then the main thing that really kind of I struggled with was cleaning out the back end via my hosting provider Bluehost, because they basically gave me a list of malware files to delete, and I'm not a coder. I'm not a website developer, so I had no idea what I was doing. So I literally spent the whole weekend kind of reading up on how to kind of cleanse the back end of it. It's not as if I post on there daily, but what I have posted on there's like 100 posts. They're like mini essays, and I've really enjoyed, you know, the time and effort that it took into creating something and posting it for people to read. And it just felt really soul destroying having to possibly delete it all. I managed to wipe the code completely, and Sam Loves is up and running. I never used to get on with the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, but if I wear this Charlotte Tilbury Super Moisturising Cream, I find this goes on beautifully. This is a pretty high coverage foundation, sort of medium to full. It's definitely buildable. And I used to really struggle with this. I used to find that it really used to cling to my dry patches, but with a really intense moisturiser like the Charlotte Tilbury one, it goes on beautifully. I need to conceal here and under my nose. I had such a sore and painful spot just underneath my nose here. I think it must be right on a nerve, and literally every time I touched it, my eyes watered, but it's left a really nasty scar. So my kind of foolproof way to concealing like quite dark scars like this is to take MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This stuff is like paint. It's like Dulux. Once you stick it onto your face, it literally stays there all day. Goodbye bye. Bye bye scar, bye bye. And then a little bit underneath there. Not too much, because it is quite thick and it can crease, so you have to be careful with it. And then what I'm gonna do is take my Illamasqua Skin Base Lift Concealer. I've talked about this before, but where it's quite thick, it's kind of like a putty, it goes over really nicely and it kind of just locks that spot or scar down. I tend to find that eyeshadow looks much more natural for like during the day on my brows. Start from the bottom and then just go up. I'm really missing my parents at the moment. They have been in Greece for the past 3 weeks now. They're island hopping. They went to Mykonos, they went to Naxos, Paros, Santorini, Syros, and they're back on Mykonos now, and they're going to be flying home in the next couple of days. And I'm so excited to see them. I literally speak to my mum and dad every day. I phone them every day on the way home from work. And it was so funny because they're like, Sam, a couple of months ago, they're like, Sam, we talked to one of our friends and they told us there were over 1,000 islands in Greece and we want to go and do them all. And I was like, Mum, there's like so many. So they're doing the Cyclades bunch or group of islands. And I think Mum totally fell in love with Santorini. And I've always wanted to go to Santorini with Mel, but to stay on the Caldera in Ia, it's like £1,500 for the week. So the way that my mum and dad did it was they stayed in another part of the island. I think it was called Kamari, and basically you can get a bus up to the Caldera, so you don't necessarily have to spend an absolute fortune. I'm gonna use MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Natural, a gorgeous powder. You can probably see I'm quite shiny now, so I just need to powder just up here where I've concealed, under my cheek, under my nose. And oh no, I didn't conceal underneath my eyes. Okay, massive faux pas. But I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Maybelline concealer. Oh my gosh. So there we go, concealed underneath the eyes. So for work, to be honest with you, I don't really bother with eyeshadow. It just takes too long, and usually I'm in a rush in the morning. So what I'm going to take is this rather battered, I haven't even got any writing on here. It's an Eyelure Precision Ink eyeliner. It's just a black one, just like on a nib like this, very fine. And I'm just going to run it along the top of my lash line, like so. And for those mornings that I'm really kind of struggling and up against time, I would literally just put a little bit of eyeliner on like this, and I wouldn't even bother with mascara. I would just put my powder on and I would breeze out the door. I would not bother with mascara because it's just too fiddly for every day. But today I am going to bother because I'm obviously filming this, and actually because we are interviewing today for work, I want to make a little bit more of an effort, I guess. Just a little bit along the bottom, nothing too heavy. Do you know what? These past couple of weeks have been so stressful at work. I feel like I'm so done with GDPR at the moment. Like, it's produced so much, like a vast amount of work. We have to update, create new policies. We have to write to all of our supporters, and I've been liaising with the lawyers, and it's just like, literally, I can't deal with any more GDPR. I'm just like, I've been buying all the donuts, all the brownies for work, and everyone's been eating them. It's like, oh, GDPR, I know, I'm so stressed. So I will just be so happy once it's all done, everything's in place. My goodness, who knew that a 4-letter word could generate so much paperwork? Mascara is Maybelline The Falsies. Love these, it's waterproof. And I've made such a mess behind my eye, but recently I went into Primark and I found these cosmetic kind of cotton buds. They're only £1. They've got a round flat end and then a pointy end. So the flat end is for you to kind of get behind the lashes and tidy up any mistakes. And then this pointy bit you can just run underneath to clear up any mistakes. But an absolute gem of a beauty find, especially if you're like me and you just get your mascara everywhere. So I'm going to take the Rimmel Kate Moss Trio face palette, and I love this for everyday just makeup, very sort of soft looking makeup, taking a little bit of the contour colour. And I'm now going to take my NYX Sweet Cheeks palette. Okay, so I'm going to just dip my brush in here. I'm using a MAC 109 brush, which I do not recommend because it sheds like something rotten. It's so annoying. Quick tap, and literally you don't need to do much because it deposits such a beautiful amount of colour on here. So next Saturday, I don't even know why I agreed to this. I agreed to this like last year when it was winter. I am doing a 5K inflatable run. I'm doing it with my friend Dawn and some of my other friends. We're going to Lingfield, and I'm not a very fit person at all. I don't love going to the gym. I had a gym membership for 3 months, and then I just don't like it. I feel so self-conscious. So I said to my friend Dawn, look, I'm really worried that I'm gonna embarrass myself if I'm meant to run like on this inflatable like challenge. She was like, and this is how I know she's a real friend, she was like, don't worry Sam, we can walk the 5K. We can be really cool about it. Hello? Where is Spice? I want to use Spice. Spice, Spice, Spice. Here we go. MAC's lip liner in Spice. What? Are you alright? I always tend to try and fill in the actual main lip as well, because I find that if I only do the outside, then when I put the lipstick on and I drink something or I eat something, you get this really harsh line. I'm going to take this MAC Gloss Stain, which is totally like, I don't know, I'm used to having a liquid lipstick that's matte, but this is like a liquid lipstick that's a gloss and that leaves a really nice stain. And it's in Tattoo My Heart. My friend Dee got this for me. It's a beautiful peachy colour, and because I've got quite a peachy thing going on in my cheeks, I want to kind of match it. Such a pretty colour as well. Okay, I'm just looking in the viewfinder and I need to blend this out a bit. Blending is not my forte. Say goodbye, Leo. He doesn't like being picked up, do you? Do you? But look at this face, it's so gorgeous. Say goodbye. Hope you have a lovely day, and I've got to be careful because he won't claw me now.